Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Bits and Banter, where we are gathered to discuss last night's match. Billed as the Kaveri Derby or Southern Derby, whatever that means. The CSK against RCB headquarters have always carried an extra need. But yesterday there was no such extra tension. As it happens, MS Dhoni will be the mentor to Virat Kohli-led Indian team in the World T20 squad. Actually, there may have been no real extra edge to the contest, but RCB was clearly the team under the most pressure, and it showed. They messed up a decent start, 55 in 6 overs and a century opening stand, as they managed to score just 66 in the last 10 overs. That meant Bengaluru ended up with a below par 156 that CSK managed to chase without much drama on an untypical Sharjah wicket that didn't allow for free-flowing batting. So the question is, did Bengaluru choke a target-setting batting stint, especially Virat Kohli? I mean, over to you, Edward. I mean, you being the RCB man, you'll be in a better position to explain that.
Bala, actually, even I'm struggling to explain because, as you rightly said, it was a fantastic start. One of those rare starts that RCB has had since Gale and Kohli used to open long back. So, but, one thing is they still had wickets in hand. It was not that the bowlers were trying to get runs in the end. There were 3 overs left and they got 16 runs in those 3 overs. Which is, beyond logic. If you look at any team anywhere in the world, even bowlers managed to get more than that score in the last 3 overs because you are going for everything. You lost only 3 wickets, right? Exactly. So that is where I think they lost the plot. And then from there, they never recovered. The body language was low. Their fielding was pathetic. I mean, we'll go to the fielding a little later, but coming to batting itself, I think from there, they just lost the plot.
I mean, I'll just take it to Aravind. Aravind, while we are critical of Bangalore, which is fine, I mean, we need to be, did the pitch play a part? Because I also kind of got a feeling that it was playing slow. And one of the things that David Padikkal alluded to in the mid-match talk to the TV, he said it was very difficult to get under the ball and get those big shots going. So was the pitch kind of slowed them down?
Yeah. I think it's a mix of everything. Pitch started slowing down after 10 overs. That is one thing. Then Dhoni clearly said in the post-match presentation that how he got in Jadeja's overs in between. And yes, Jadeja gave about a couple of sixes, but with 10 wickets in hand and 2 set batsmen, Jadeja bowled brilliantly. So that added pressure to RCB. Pitch slowed down. Devdutt Padikkal is not a fit man after 10 overs. So everything put together, the RCB started feeling the pressure when Bravo came into bowl in the 12th or 13th over, or I don't know about that. And Kohli had to go for the big shots in the very first ball itself. So I think it's all a mix of everything. But for your question, definitely yes, the pitch had slowed down, and we could actually feel the difference when in the second innings when Chahal, Hasaranga and even Maxwell was bowling. They were bowling pretty well as per the pitch.
Yeah. Just another question, Edward, because pitch was slowing down and spinners. I mean, we saw in the second innings Hasaranga, Chahal, and as he said, Maxwell also got good pitches. Jadeja bowled well. So did Dhoni miss a trick by not having Moeen Ali foul? I mean, I was kind of surprised that Moeen Ali didn't get a chance to throw his arm around.
Actually, yes, but Dhoni has his ways. When you win, it will all look good. Somehow all the decision seems to work for you. But yeah, you should marshal your resources, especially when the situation requires or is conducive for him to have used Moeen. He should have used, but end of the day, Dhoni has won. So
exactly, he ran crib against success. I mean, he has the results to show for. But I was also equally impressed with the way Bravo and Shardul Thakur go. Because Shardul Thakur and Bravo, they tend to leak runs also. I mean, they know how to mix it up. They have these knuckle balls, this scramble strings, slow in cutters. But they kind of, held themselves back and managed to contain. I mean, to take out Maxwell and Shardul Thakur took out De Villiers and Devdutt Padikkal. That was interesting. Of 2 successive deliveries. I mean, he is in line for a hat-trick in the next match.
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, both of them are known to bowl in the death, and definitely they are known to leak runs. But again, Dhoni has this mastermind of bringing in the right bowlers at the right time and ensuring that they pick wickets. Shardul Thakur has been really impressive. I mean, I'm really glad to see his progress in the game. He finds a way to pick wickets, and that is what is important, especially in the middle over. So even in the last season, though one of the matches RCB and CSK, RCB won the match, but still he found a way to pick De Villiers and Kohli. So even yesterday, Shardul Thakur has his own variations, the slower balls or the pitch up deliveries, and he finds his own ways to pick up wickets. So been really impressive, and bravo, like Dhoni said in the post-match presentation, that he was known to bowl slow balls, and now he started bowling normal pace deliveries, which is now giving him wickets. So good for the team, and yeah.
Yeah, just to add to what you said about Dhoni's luck with, I mean, whatever changes that he brought about work, because Deepak Chahar went for plenty right at the start because he never got going with those swing deliveries. But when he came back for his final over, 19th over, penultimate over of the innings, he went for just 4 runs. That was amazing. I mean, at that stage and in the kind of rhythm that he was in yesterday, that was great. So, but
Yeah.
also that was another thing that, I mean, when CSK went for their batting skill, it was pretty interesting. They didn't go for broke right at the start. They kind of suspect the conditions, and they actually managed to score slightly more than what RCB managed in their first 6 overs power play. So that was an interesting start, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, Bala. Especially in T20, it's all about being crafty, isn't it? It's not about raw power. It's not about adjusting to situations.
Crafty is the right word.
Yeah. So things keep changing, situations keep changing. One wicket or one beautiful catch changes the whole match itself. So that being the case, you can't say that the wicket slowed down. You can't blame all that. You're batsmen. You're equally skilled. All of you come into the IPL, starting from the selection into the teams to playing on the ground. You're all on equal ground. Okay. And then what you make out of it? I always try to think that it's the determination. It is the willingness to do that extra thing or being crafty and doing something for your team differently to get you the results. Otherwise, RCB is going to continue like this with Kohli or without Kohli as captain, with Kohli or without Kohli as team member, right?
I mean, it might sound harsh, but you hit the nail right on its head because you have to play according to the conditions and you have to pick the players right for the, situation. Right for the right occasions. So where do you see RCB going from here, Arvind? They lost they lost 7 matches with the trot in UAE, whereas CSK has won 5 matches on the trot. But so obviously RCB is the team under pressure. Where do you see them going in this tournament?
Yeah, they need to win at least three matches, or at least 2 to 3 matches in the next 5 games. They do have their chances. Punjab is coming up. I guess even Rajasthan is there. They still have a chance. I've always felt the team management in RCB should take some learnings from Mumbai Indians and CSK, especially the way they handle their players. I understand that Kohli also, even as an Indian captain, he tends to change players, probably 1 or 2 players every other game. The same thing is happening in RCB. I see a lack of backing players in RCB, so they should start backing their players. They should allow them. They should allow the players to express themselves. Again, like Edward said, Kohli as a captain or not captain, as a team member or non-team member, RCB team management has to back their players to go and express themselves freely. Yesterday, I had a doubt whether ABD has started fading away. Maybe yes, but don't think so. There's some mental block somewhere within the team which is not allowing them to express. But I see RCB edging. I don't see RCB qualifying for the playoffs primarily because of the net run rate, but definitely they will be in the hunt till the very last game.
Yeah, that's right. But just on the point of ABD, he is coming off. He has not had much cricket, actually, match cricket. So he's bound to be rusty. So he's too good a player to fail for long. So I'm sure that he's going to come back But I'm more. I think I will see RCB in the playoffs. I think they'll somehow manage. I'm just about managed to sneak in. So that
It'll be
brings us
good to see them in the playoffs. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if they
it
just
will-
crawl, yeah. See,
go
that's been their issue. If they just crawl into the playoffs, they never look like champions. They don't look belonged in the playoffs. So that is the lack of confidence for them to go on and win the title itself. They're always in self-belief that somehow the net run rate helped us, or somehow we were the fourth, fifth team to get into the playoff, that kind of thing. I think they should break out of that. And
Yeah,
play
because
dominant.
they are not used to playing in the knockout stage, so they really don't know how to manage themselves in those crunch situations. Because that is where the experience comes in. Because CSK and MI are past masters in this.
Yes.
In this particular, I mean, they know how to present themselves. I mean, that leaves us with tomorrow's. I mean, this evening's first match, which is DC versus RR. So two teams that are coming off with different contrasting wins. I mean, how do you think that will shape up it?
Well, RR has been putting up good scores. They are always putting up 170 plus scores, and they are doing well. But DC again have played fantastic. They deserve to be where they are right now. So I still I think I back DC.
How about you, Arvind? What is your take on
Yes, I'll definitely go with Edward. Though I'll support a team which has a lot of uncapped players and youngsters. But I mean, I'm not saying that DC does not have youngsters, but definitely with a lot of budding cricketers in Rajasthan, I support Rajasthan. But at the same time, DC has been doing exceptionally well, I think, in every department. So, I mean, they dropped a few catches last match, but I don't think that is just one-off match. But otherwise, DC has been exceptionally well, and that they are the team. They are the team to beat this season. Definitely, they are the team to beat this season. Rabada and Andre Nokia have been just too good. I mean, the kind of bowling they are doing is very well suited for T20 conditions and really, really impressive. So I look forward to. I mean, look forward to a very good game. But DC will be starting as favorites this match.
Okay. On that note, we'll end this. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, Arvind. Nice.
Thanks,
that you could join us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thanks, Arvind.
Yeah,
Stay
thank
safe.
you, everyone. Bye.